Good morning, everybody. It's 6:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, January 7th. I have an update. Um, since I'm getting a less than spectacular response with asking people to take part in defending themselves and recovering the money they lost from these scammers on Coinbase, uh, you should see this letter. This is from the Attorney General's office. Okay. Yesterday, I was at the Attorney General's office. It's a couple of blocks from my house. Now, I have an appointment with the DA in Queens. Now, I'm going to sit down with the DA in Queens under the head of Letitia James, the head of the DA's, the Attorney General of New York State, under her colleagues' uh, uh, view, I guess to say, or perspective, to sit down there. And I'm going to sit down there and make a presentation of what I discovered about Coinbase Pro. So that pretty much wraps it up. I was there, walked over, started talking to some people, and okay, I gave them a little quick glance. They startled. They said that this. They said, who else has looked at this? I said the New York Department of Financial Services. So some pretty nasty nasty grams are going to go out to those two characters. From the DA to the head of the New York Department of Financial Services. And now this is going to get the kind of attention it deserves. So just to let you guys know what's going on. So we have another breakthrough. We got a lawyer that's willing to accept the case. He doesn't want anything but your email, your name, where you could reach an email you could be reached at, or you could throw that in the comments here. Uh, the DA from New York is going to probably go after these guys, and they're going to have their day in court. They've been losing left and right in New York because it's we're the financial capital. We've seen every scam under the sun in any kind of financial instrument, how it was used. The instrument as well, it's the people's intent to use this instrument to scheme people out of their money by manipulating the market on the instrument. It's not actually crypto's fault that bad characters are involved in the markets. It could happen to any form of security or commodity. It just happens Litecoin had the choice of falling into these guys' hands. So you can see here, you look at this, this was the part of the original letter. I had instructions what to do. Mostly the instructions said stand by to be called in to testify against Coinbase. So now that I go over to the local DA's office, they're going to act on behalf of their main office, of course. There's going to be people from the main office there. And we're going to have a nice whiteboard presentation, and they're going to review my videos, and I'm going to teach them how to spot, how to read the order book and tell who's doing what. They want to know how I discovered the trades, how can I figure out that the market maker is manipulating the market? How do I know those are the market maker's trades? I got the whole paper trail. Who did I contact? When did I contact them? How long? How much? That's what they want to know. It's very interesting what's happening these days. Now that they got that out of the way, so we got them on two fronts. They are not getting away with this, either by the lawyer or the DA. Whichever one cuts their throat first, get your cup out and get your share of the blood. They sucked it from you. Now it's your chance to suck it back from them. Now let's get the calculator and figure out what this market maker is up to today. It's very easy. First, we got to find his trades in the order book. Now I see 2182. Yesterday, when we seen this large number in there, plus the 1341, I think he was transitioning from using the 1341 and moving the trades to 21 something and change. So we're gonna check. So we see 2182 is clearly the largest trade on the sell side. We always do the sell side first. Why? Because the largest trade in the order book sticks out like a sore thumb. See a big red sore thumb on the sell side first. The buy side is more crowded, but yet somehow the market's always going down when it's buy side heavy. We all know why that happens. Okay? You see it? 2182.44. He changed the numbers today in order to obscure what he's doing. 2182.44, 2182.56. It's off a little bit because there's probably a trade embedded in this 2182.44 that's here. An additional trade, a small trade. So now we found the market makers trades, okay? So let's now do the math. We're going to figure out what's the market maker's intent, because he's not posting his trades equidistant. Equidistance, if you don't understand it, is that those two trades have to be posted an even amount away. If the buy is 30 cents away, the sell has to be 30 cents away in order not to interfere with the mid-market price. That's why he posts two same size market size trades, a buy and a sell, so they wash each other out and they don't interfere with the mid-market price. But he's also supposed to put them equidistant as not to interfere with the mid-market price. But in this case, we can prove that he never did and he never does. All right, so now 45.86. He can't hide from us. We spotted him already. It's 27 cents. On the statement, they said 40 to 44 cents. How long haven't we seen 40 to 44 cents? Now we're going to do the buy side. Don't get excited. It only moved half a cent over there to these doubters. 45.19. Now he's trying to bring this down. You see the price? He lowered it down to 45.31. Let's clear it and do it again. Stump this all out. 45.31. We might be getting a big fake out. You know, they're laughing in there. Hey, we fooled them into buying our shit. Let me start this over. 45.32. That's because I got it backwards. 45.86. We're trying to catch him what he's doing because he just moved his trades. 26 cents. Now we got to do. We're going to still say 60. It's a half a cent off. You want to argue over half a cent? Go ahead and waste your breath. 45.31. Okay, you could see the sell's a little closer, and I'm hoping that he doesn't reverse it. But he's in control of the whole market. He's probably gonna. This could be a false upswing, and then he's gonna pull the rug out from under your feet and sit in the office and giggle his ass off. And you know what? Coinbase lets him do it. Now let's see what percentage we're off. we'll say 90 cents. Even when they're 3%, 3 cents off, it's 10% off. Again, I'll say it. You're running some trades supposed to equal distance. I can understand up to 3%, but 10%? No, no, no. That's too obvious that you're still manipulating them. No, no. So now you gotta hope. We also could see his intent if we look at the stock RSI, which isn't included on these guys, because they're over here trying to make you lose. We're still above the 12. Let's see. Yeah, we still got room to go up. We're probably going to break $46 today. That's my opinion. But it's really, if I had the phone number to the market maker, I'd call him up and ask him what he's doing. Since you're manipulating the market, can you tell us what you're doing today? You just might as well. Yeah, we're going up because this morning I woke up, it was like 45.40. So we're at 45.70. So he's going to push, it's beginning to push it back up. Now, we're going to see what happens to these trades, because no matter what condition the market is, whether it's going down or whether it's going up, those two trades have to be equidistant. They respond to what their other traders are doing. In this case, the market's responding to what the market maker is doing. Why do I say that? Because just before the price goes down, you'll see the sell get pushed closer to the mid-market price, and then what happens? Boom, the price goes down. Just before it goes up, you'll see the market makers trades, the buy get pushed up. Now, if he really wants it to take off, he'll move both of those trades up and change the whole mid-market price drastically. He has that much power. Other words, what I'm saying is that if he wants the market to move up $1, he'll just move, the buy up, and it'll just creep up to 30 cents under the sell side. If he really wants the market to take off, he moves both of those trades up. He'll park this around here someplace, throw the sell $2 or $3 up, and then lo and behold, the market moves $3 up. That's what he's been doing. That's why I said all of this candlesticks and spaghetti, it's just a show. It's all theater. This is all theater. You get distracted when you don't pay attention to the order book, which is on the left side, out of your vision range. You focus on this. You do all kinds of math equating this and compare it to 2015, 2014, 2017. You're not looking at the here and the now in the order book. The placement of the trades in the order book dictate the price. But yet you're looking over here. None of these, I'm sorry to say it, none of you guys know how to read an order book. It's an old art. Any old time trader can come in here and look at this order book. They'll say, yeah, Johnny, well, they used to call me Jack. All the guys on the old time white shoe, blue haired guys, that live in Connecticut, rich people, they used to call me Jack. And they were looking here, yeah, Johnny, good, they'll say, good spot, yep, 2182.44, 2182.44. Yeah, those are the market makers' trades. Let's see if they'll get at the calculator. Yeah, the market makers doing this, the market makers are crook. They would just say it, just like that. That's how I learned it. I used to ask them, what are these two trades? I used to sit at the order book or give them a market report on a certain stock, how we're doing today on this, how we're doing on that. I used to put the orders in the dot system for them. So I learned all of this stuff. I had to go get a Series 7 to do that kind of work. So you see here. And then when you do the calculator, like they taught me, the market's rigged. The market maker's rigging the price. They'll tell you straight up if any of them are still alive. When in this type of situation, if we seen it or caught it, My boss, Mr. Terrell, at the time, would pick up the phone and call the clearinghouse. He wouldn't speak to no underlings. He would speak right to the boss. I forgot who he was, but it was the clearinghouse at the time was Cowan, right? And they would go into the clearinghouse and shut the trader down. They'd give him a warning. First, the head of the company, the head of the exchange, Cowan, the clearinghouse, would look at what you were saying, and if he found that it was true, he'd call you up and say, "Hey, look, knock the shit off." There was people that would threaten, "Well, I'll take my business elsewhere." He goes, "You got 3 clearinghouses in New York City at the time, large clearinghouses. All I have to do is place a call and tell them what you're doing, and they'll reject your business, knock the shit off." That was the exact conversation. I was there when I went there. I would be the person that would go to the clearinghouse and tell them what's going on. This is what I found. Or one time on the dot system, there was a flaw in it. All your trades are supposed to be confidential. You had a little code that you put in on the dot system, and your trades would come up. What I discovered, if you didn't put in any code and you just hit the button, you would see everybody's trades. You'd see their short codes. All right, that's JP Morgan, that's that firm, that's that firm, that's that. You could see what all the big boys were doing. You could see all the trades they made through the dot system. I'm the one who discovered that flaw in the system in New York City. That was back in the late 80s. And I discovered that. So I'm really good at what I do. Of course, I went down to the clearinghouse, and then they changed the coding in the green bar, those old green bar screens, that if you don't put in the code, you see nothing. Not everything, you see nothing. So I worked on that. So that's how long I've been in this business. And then I decided to go a little less stressful and go into banking. Because believe me, working on the trading floor of some boutique, and you're the only person, and then you got like 8 traders, yeah, and then you got clients calling you, move this to that account. It could be hectic, but they were generous. They were generous with the salary, and they would just throw me cash at me. Yeah, and don't expect any days off. Let me tell you, God, you have to be half dead, but you have to be at work. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, we have 2 fronts now we're going in on. Since I got a poor response of people willing to protect themselves for some unfathomable reason, maybe they think they're going to be hauled in court for taking part in the civil lawsuit. That never happens. Not even even if I initiated the civil lawsuit, I still don't go to court. That's just, I don't know where people get that idea. You're going to be spotlights and somebody's going to start whipping you with a rubber hose in a witness box. That doesn't happen in a civil lawsuit. Your name is not even mentioned. Okay? It's just these facts. The lawyers gather them up. They get a good understanding of it, and they might make their own recordings, or they'll use mine without referring to me. They'll just blank out, blur this box out. They won't even put any audio, and they'll just do the math in front of the jury. Have the jury, maybe they'll hand out calculators, pens, and pads to the juries and say, follow along. Then they'll explain the rules. Coinbase has already done that clearly already. So it's just a matter of time. This is a ticking time bomb. Nothing's going to happen to the price when these guys get arrested, because it's not. It's a nothing in the papers. $300 million. Oh, so and so got arrested. It's not going to do nothing. It happens every day in the other markets. You barely ever hear about it. Oh, the head of Coinbase got arrested. Who cares? How much is the price of Litecoin? Watch, as the market gets bigger and bigger, keep people like that getting arrested and thrown in jail will actually be good for the market. The price will actually go up. What was he doing? He was running a scam on Litecoin where the only people making profit was himself, the market maker, and maybe wherever else they catch in the scam. And probably going to be Charlie Lee. I'd like to know who he bought a bank, and then I'm sitting here, well, and then who's the market maker? And they won't tell you who the market maker is. There's something very fishy going on here. Don't be surprised if Charlie bought 10% of that bank with his Litecoin holdings, and he's the market maker. Don't be surprised at all. In some form or way, he's connected to this market maker. I know it's speculation, but when you've been around criminals and you know their mind and how they think, usually, I'm not bragging or anything, but since I'm in, I was in, how would you say, financial control, which I was trained to prevent things like this, that's the deductive reasoning why nobody got anything past me or I caught them. Because it's just, these criminals think they're doing something new. And, oh, wow, they don't have it figured out. It's been done before by somebody smarter than yourself, and they got caught. So what do you think's going to happen to you? There's textbook examples. In this case, you can compare this to Jordan Belfort and Steve Madden. Remember Steve Madden, the shoe mogul? And they scammed, oh, we're going to push up the price. And then Steve Madden and Jordan Belfort dumped all their holdings on their investors. Once it took off, they cashed out. They made tens of millions of dollars. Steve Madden went to jail for 3 years. That's the same case that's here. Plus, I think they had added spice on it. They think they're doing something new because now they got the market maker interfering with the price. And the fraudulent investors, they think they got something really too intellectual for any of the small people to figure out. So watch when it explodes in their face. So you can see now we did the numbers. I told you the sell was closer than the buy. Now we got a red bar. 10% difference in equidistance. Bias on the sell side. Now we get a red bar. Now if you watch this, sometimes I can eyeball it. Look where his trade is. Let's see. You can obviously see this trade contains this 2182.44. This one, it's obviously closer to the mid-market price, which would be where this USD spread is, than the buy. He's bringing it down. Let's take a look at the stock RSI. He's still got room to bring it up. So this might be a little bump in the road before we continue up. This market is so manipulated now, it's getting ridiculous. I can tell you at any given moment when he's going to do what now, because we're able to track him now. This is a crying shame. All you guys at Coinbase, you need to go to jail. Charlie Lee, you need to go to jail. Market maker, jail. That's it, people. These guys are scammers. This is too obvious now. If I could sit here since October 15th and tell you everything he's doing, I predicted when it was going to go up, when it was going to go down. I'm not even saying predicted. I tracked when it was going to go up and when it's going to go down. So I didn't predict anything. Let's just take that out. Take that word, I don't predict. I follow what he's doing. There's a clear path now to what he's doing. The market, and here it is. This isn't prediction. This is using straight out numbers. So, casting a forecast and telling you it's going to rain when you open the window and it's raining already, That's what we're up to already. So we're able to tell what he's doing. All you have to do is follow the market maker's trades, and you can see his intent and where he's pushing the market up or down. There you go. We're no longer predicting. We're just following, tracking. So there you go, people. I'm gonna have an interesting conversation. I got everything set up. I can't wait to get in that office. You guys have a good day.